Stadium, Baton Rouge. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Auburn Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. He has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Stadium, Baton Rouge. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Auburn Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rose down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thank Like you guys, I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Quarterback making checks. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Release to the back. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Gives it on the option. Picks up the 1st down. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. He'll set up to throw. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Might be calling a hot route. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Durham. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Brown wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Got his man downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. Caught behind the line. It's Cobb. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got the quick completion. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on you on second down.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Levin. Gets open down the middle. Breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw it again. The short hands. It's Durham. Past the 45. Gets away from one. Finds some space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll go right back to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The run inside. It's Cobb. Makes it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
With the catch, it's Johnson. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Working the middle of the field and it's complete.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Brown will throw it. Bring in the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Green. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. LSU quick to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Back to throw. It's Levin. He lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
You're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in? Maybe get a chip on this dude, because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The official says no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. And it's the home team looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Brown wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
They kick it away on fourth down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Complete out left to Wilson. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback will keep it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running inside, it's Berry. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Levin. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Handoff to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Shotgun snap on third down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and ability.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So first down will open up the final period. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Brown will throw it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The give to Caden Durham. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Motion from the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm.
Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something to get pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this crowd trying to give its defense some energy in a clutch spot. Brown wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The give to Caden Durham. Might have a chance. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And the Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
I love that last play, and I love that they're still under control here. I know it's a 2-minute situation. Everybody's trying to go fast, but they can't get out of control. Right now, they're playing within themselves. They're understanding what's on the clock, and they're just running their offense.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions, like he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his receivers.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Brown wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.